You've caught the eye of someone very powerful with this energy of the Emperor. This is somebody who is very secure within themselves, very secure within their worldly position. They have a very good sense of self. This is somebody that when they see something, they stop at nothing to get it, to make it theirs. This could be a very influential person, a mover and a shaker within their community or even on a larger scale. And you, my friend, have captivated their attention. This is someone that at this point in time is strategizing how to approach you, not because of fear, but there's almost the sense of many different angles and possibilities that they see are possible between the two of you. And this is somebody that does not want you to mistake, like that they only want to come as a friend. So this is not somebody that's going to, try and take that sort of approach, like a flimsy approach to you. This is somebody that wants to come in the fullness of their own power. They see potential between the two of you for collaboration in love, perhaps also in business. And so this is something where they are definitely willing to cross those lines in terms of like if they establish something with you professionally, this is somebody that is not going to mind like flirting, getting romantic, asking you out to dinner, making it very obvious that like, yes, I will blend pleasure and work. I do not have a problem doing that. Maybe this is somebody that they don't ordinarily do that, but for you, they will make an exception. We also have 10 of Cups. So this person sees you as a very bright light within their current worldview. Out of all the things that they are looking at, out of all the things that they have going on, or anything that has just been sort of passing scenery in their life, you have stood out amongst all others. This is somebody that sees that there is something very mysterious and yet pure about the essence of your energy that has made them very curious. It feels like this person has been watching intently for a while. So you might have sensed that kind of like eyes on you, somebody crushing on you, vibes coming your way through that sort of phenomenon of energy flows where attention goes. And this is definitely this person. They don't want to just lurk around though in the shadows and, be a secret admirer forever, because this is not somebody that has any sort of fear approaching you, but it's almost kind of like, what's the approach? Start off as romance and then things can lead to business, start as business and then we can lead to romance. What's that going to look like? Because they also see you as somebody, that you're not tolerating a whole lot of distractions. You're not tolerating setbacks. You've had, certain breakthroughs. You've created opportunities. You're very focused on your life and the here and now, whatever you have going on. There's a certain level of ambitiousness to you that this person finds to be very attractive and also very reassuring. Like if they step towards you in the fullness of all of their personal power, they're going to be matching you in that sort of frequency that you are embodying within yourself, which makes you again like a very distinct or bright light as far as like people that they've met, people that they're encountering, people that they have in their life, or that are just sort of like passing scenery in their day-to-day reality. You stand out. And we also have the 6 of Cups. So this is definitely somebody, that is very comfortable with kind of like romantic gestures, tenderness. This is somebody that may have like a hard exterior. It's maybe somebody that has a lot of responsibility. This could be like a business owner, somebody that's a professional, somebody that even that just kind of like their public persona, it's kind of armored. They're the kind of person that just sort of, they stick to business, they get business done. There's not a whole lot of like personal chit chat or kind of softness that they have to like show or exude, but there definitely is a softer side to this person that has responded very pleasantly to the idea of you, something more happening. Even if this is something where this person chooses the route of business as like their approach to you, that softer side is kind of, if any part of this person is like anticipating or like anxious in the sense of almost kind of trying to get them to hurry up and approach, it is because there's a sense like, I want to get to more sweet matters. I want to have you experience that tender side of me. I want to experience what exists beneath your armor, what exists beyond the facade that you present. So this is somebody that even if they might come forward calm, cool, and collected, don't mistake that. Like, give them a little bit of time and they will definitely let you in. It will not take a whole lot of effort on your part either to get this person to warm up, because it is both kind of their surface self and their interior life, their interior world that is very much like focused on you or drawn to you. We also have the Five of Pentacles. So this person does not want to miss out on an opportunity with you. This is something where they feel like time is of the essence, not because there's sort of, a fear of like potential other options that you might have. If they could be aware of that, it's not anything of a concern to them, or it's just not something that they're focusing on. But this is somebody that just the way in which they live their life, or that they've kind of like created a position for themselves in their life, or that is kind of their power position within themselves, is when I see something that I want, I go after that. I don't just sit on the sidelines. I don't wait for things to come to me. This is a very proactive person. This is somebody, it feels like, that sits very comfortably in like a healthy or assertive masculine energy, regardless of gender. And so since they have, kind of, you've caught their attention, they are focused on you at this particular point in time. This is somebody that's like, I'm not just going to sit here and let possible fears surface. I'm not gonna, let any of that get the better of me. I'm gonna take steps forward. I'm gonna present myself. I'm going to present an offer, put myself out there, and sort of see what we can work with. We also have the Two of Pentacles. So it feels like this person works a lot. They have a lot of responsibilities. This person may own multiple businesses, or they just got a lot of things going on. This is somebody that if you are very ambitious, or you're trying to kind of like up level aspects of your life as far as like career, prosperity, abundance, this person will kind of match that in terms of they pour a lot of themselves into kind of the empire that they have built or are building. So this may be somebody that's not, they don't have a whole lot of other options in romance at this time, because they're pouring all of their energy, all of their effort into business. And yet this is not somebody that feels like it either needs to be business or romance. Like, this is somebody that is definitely aware of like a spark, a possibility, an attraction, a draw to you. And so this is somebody that's like, I'll just make this work. Even if I work long hours, if you got a lot going on, I want to find a way to make this work because I'm attracted to you. It's like very intensely. It feels like they don't know much about you. So this wouldn't necessarily be where like, they're deep in the emotions, but there is just this kind of like fixation, this curiosity that it's like, I have to come in closer. I have to get to know you. I have to see kind of like, is there some potential between the two of us? And if there is, it feels like this person is like, they pour their all into things that really matter to them. So if there is like a true spark, true connection, you get along well, you like one another, this is definitely somebody that no matter how busy their schedule is, they're going to make time for you. They're going to prioritize this connection. This isn't going to be the kind of person where you're chasing them around and things are, texts are left on read, or you're getting a lot of excuses about everything they have going on and they're so busy. This is somebody that is kind of like, I will find a way to make that work. I'm not just going to approach you to leave you hanging. We also have the Two of Wands. Yeah, so that is that secret admirer energy. It feels like this person has done a little bit of digging. They've asked around, they've tried to find things out, maybe even like tried to look things up, look at your social media, do a little bit of research, but it feels like they have the capability to find out a lot. They may be very resourceful, but there's also a part of them that is sort of like hesitating to do that because they don't want to like develop an opinion based on sort of like what other people say or information that they could come across. It's like, I want to have things happen very naturally and very organically between the two of us. I don't want to come in with like a pocket full of information and play dumb and act like I'm just getting to know you for the first time. So this is definitely somebody that is like holding themselves back. They're holding that level of curiosity back because they want to hear it from you. They want you to share about yourself. They want to have that up close and personal experience with you. But they have found out a little bit. So you're not just kind of like the, stranger in the crowd. You're not just sort of like, okay, I don't even know this person's name, but I'm gonna approach this person at the very like least knows your name. They would know how to kind of go about that, or some sort of like avenue through which to communicate with you, to reach out with you, to create this contact with you. Okay, we have the Hermit. So this is somebody that has the ability to provide you like the potential for stable partnership, something long term. It looks like this is somebody that at this point in their life, with other things that they have going on, they're not just kind of like looking for flings, they're not just looking for situationships. This is somebody that's like, when I want to get to know someone, I'm very open to the possibility of things becoming long-term or serious. This is somebody, it feels like, that is very emotionally evolved, very mature. They have a lot going on in their life as well, to where they have kind of like decentralized love and romance. They've built up other areas of their life, but this is the kind of person that's like, I've got what I want, just the only thing missing is like that partnership. So if things do work out between the two of you, if you get along, if it all kind of works, not just in theory but in practice, this is somebody that it feels like has the ability to go the distance with you. This is not anybody that brings along like a lot of baggage, a lot of commitment issues. It feels like this person is a catch, simply because they have enough stability in their life and are very conscious and very conscientious about sort of like where they extend the potential of emotional energies. This isn't somebody that just kind of is flirting with everyone, or they can't be by themselves, and so out of loneliness they're kind of just like reaching for connection. This is somebody that is very like okay on their own, and the fact that you have caught their attention, this is like very deliberately, very mindfully that they are headed in your direction, not just to sort of test the waters, get up close and personal, get a closer look, get a closer peek, and then kind of run off in the other direction. But it's sort of like, if we have that point of contact with one another and things go really well, or you want to get to know me, it starts to work between the two of us, then I will go the distance. I'm somebody that is very consistent. And so that again is kind of like a plus as far as what they bring to the table, as compared to like people you might have dealt with in the past that might have been very intrigued by your energy, might have approached with sort of like all the best intentions of having romance, and then wounds or insecurities or other sort of issues were triggered and things fell apart. This is somebody that is the opposite of that in every way. We also have the Chariot. Yeah, so there's more of that balanced energy, somebody that definitely, wants to kind of like, if you would allow them to sort of carry you up beyond your single era. This is somebody that wants to, show you a very positive experience as far as romance is concerned. This person might consider themselves even a romantic at heart, but it's not something where they just kind of give that away to everyone. Only sort of like special people, unique situations have sort of stirred this person recently out of that position, where they are like pouring their focus, pouring their energy, pouring their attention to building their empire, maintaining their empire, that stability in the material sense. This person may also be very family oriented, so there could be a lot of that involvement as well, of just kind of like, it's work, and then I'm with my family, or I'm like focusing on the relationships that matter. So the fact that this person is like coming towards you, it feels like they bring a really good resume as far as like many areas and aspects of their life are definitely under control. They've got a long and established track record of like, this has been my life. This is kind of like what I fill my days with. And I have come across you. We have crossed paths. I've become aware of you in some sort of way. And so I'm the type of person that I'm not going to like miss out on a good thing or let a good thing pass me by. I will make it work. I want to have love. This is somebody that wants partnership. They're looking to settle down, looking to get married. For those of you that are just like, ick, I don't like the idea of marriage, this is somebody that's like, cool, we could live together long term. And revisit that question later. We also have the King of Cups. Yeah, so this is somebody that might kind of present as definitely a bit reserved, a bit guarded. Calm, cool, and collected will likely be the approach. But this is not somebody that is just going to like linger in that energy for long. Once there's kind of like conversation that takes place, once there is this kind of point of connection, you start to get to know one another. If they choose like a business approach, and you have those interactions, this is somebody that pretty quickly in will be like, why don't we go have dinner? Why don't we go somewhere more private and talk? They'll keep taking the initiative to kind of lead the situation beyond that introduction into that realm of sort of like, okay, let's get down to the business of romance. Let's explore that. If this is someone though that chooses the route of just kind of like, they come up, they start conversation, they're expressing that kind of like romantic interest towards you, there are again like other components to this, because it's more than just they see you as a pretty face or an interesting looking person. great energy, great style, great vibe. It's more than that. There's something that they almost can't put their finger on, but there's kind of the sense of like, if it works out between the two of us, I think you would be like a good addition, like a perfect person for this life that I've created for myself, where, you know, money is important, my finances are important, the career that I have is important, the life that I've built is important. And if there's a possibility for that, I would like to include you in that. I'd like to collaborate with you in some way. So maybe this person knows you professionally, and so whatever it is you have going on, there's almost like they're thinking about, okay, how could we combine forces, how could we sort of like, you know, make this work for the two of us. Or maybe you're in a position where you don't like your career, you don't like your job, and this is the kind of person that's like, okay, well, I have a lot going on, there's a lot of opportunities that I can give to people, that I can create for people. So if we get into a romantic connection, of course I'm gonna like open that aspect of myself up to you as well. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.